Can we just talk first of all, like how, like, basically the U.S. is this, it's a unique beast in many respects with regard to other countries don't have this kind of game of chicken with regard to government operations. So what was the incentive to be putting such a, in some ways, draconian measure in place where if we don't reach an agreement, government shuts down?
Well, other countries often don't have this because in a parliamentary system, the prime minister automatically comes from the party with the majority in parliament, right?
Right.
And we elect our Congress and our senators separate from electing the president, so you can wind up with divided government. Um, it's always been the case that we've needed both the Congress and the president to sign off on any piece of legislation. Of course, that's the whole idea of separation of powers.
Hmm.
But passing an annual budget is part of the legislative process. And so if you don't have a budget for the coming year, um, we have to go to a system where where we're paying only for those things that are deemed necessary, and that cuts out a lot. Um, Now, my own view is that both sides often have a stake in a certain degree of alarmism. Um, the truth is, the country does function okay with short term shutdowns. Government workers don't like it because they're furloughed, they're not getting
Hmm.
paid. People who have jobs or lives that are directly tied into government activity may feel the brunt of it. But for most Americans, it is the kind of thing you can live with for a short while. At a certain point, it would start cutting into really valuable services.
What is the longest shutdown that we've had to endure to date?
Well, I believe it was the one under Donald Trump. People may remember there was this big fight over funding for the wall that he wanted to build on the Mexican border. And this happened after the Democrats had taken control of Congress. So he did not have a friendly House of Representatives to work with. And the Democrats simply did not want to give him the money for the wall. And so the government shut down. I think in a weird way because there was so much daily chaos and surprise and nonsense and theatricality during the Trump presidency, it almost gets forgotten as just one of many, many things that people rolled their eyes over. And of course, Trump ended up not really getting much out of that. Um, it's an interesting case because usually in the past, certainly with the Bill Clinton shutdown, which was kind of the most dramatic, then again under Obama, people tended to blame the Republicans in the House.
Hmm.
In Trump's case, they also they blamed Trump more than they blamed the Democrats. So I don't think it's a partisan bias, but the Republicans have bad luck with these shutdowns. When they're in Congress, they tend to get blamed. And the one time it's happened under a Republican president, at least for any significant length, he too bore the brunt of the blame.